Alright, ladies and gentlemen, this is Sports Dumb coming back with another video. And this is my Buffalo Sabres at Edmonton Oilers recap from January 14th, 2019. And it wasn't good for the Buffalo Sabres. They got shellacked 7-2. Let's take a look at the scoring in the first period. At 1 minute, it was Casey Mittelstadt of the Buffalo Sabres, his 7th of the season, assisted by Connor Sherry, his 11th of the season, and assisted by Rasmus Dahlin, his 21st of the season. And it's 1-0 Buffalo. And then at 2:33, it was former Sabres Zach Kassian for Edmonton, his 3rd of the season, assisted by Bodziak, his 3rd of the season, and by Rader, his 8th of the season, and it's 1-1. Then at 3:23, it was Edmonton's Ryan Nugent-Hopkins, his 15th of the season, assisted by Jones, his 4th of the season. It's 2-1 Edmonton. Then at 4:28, it was Zach Kassian of the Edmonton Oilers, his 2nd of the game, his 4th of the season, assisted by Ryder, his 2nd of the game, 9th of the season, and assisted by Koskinen, his 1st of the season. And it's 3-1 Oilers. And then at 8:57, it was Buffalo's Evan Rodriguez, his 3rd of the season, assisted by Vladimir Sobotka, his 6th of the season, and assisted by Rasmus Ristolainen, his 23rd of the season. And after one, it's 3-2 Oilers. And then in the second period, at 24 seconds, it was Edmonton's Connor McDavid, his 28th of the season, unassisted. And at 4:49, it was Edmonton's Milan Lucic, his 3rd of the season, unassisted. And it's a 5-2 Edmonton lead after 2. Then in the third period at 3:50, it was Edmonton's Milan Lucic, his 2nd of the game, his 4th of the season, assisted by Ryan Nugent-Hopkins, his 27th of the season, and assisted by Larson, his 12th of the season. And it's 6-2 Oilers. And then at 5:16, the icing on the cake, it was Edmonton's Leon Draisaitl, his 24th of the season on the power play, assisted by Connor McDavid, his 41st of the season, and assisted by Nurse, his 17th of the season. Let's take a look at the penalties. In the first period at 9:55, it was Edmonton's Matt Benning, 2 minutes for hooking. Then in the second period at 16:47, it was Edmonton's Ryan Nugent-Hopkins, his 2 minutes for tripping. Then in the third period at 4:52, it was Buffalo's Rasmus Dahlin, 2 minutes for delaying the game, puck over glass. Then it was at 11:15, it was Edmonton's, and I don't know how to say this name, Juhar Kyra, 2 minutes for holding. And at 13:24, it was Edmonton's Matt Benning, 2 minutes for cross-checking. Shots, Buffalo 43, Edmonton 25. Edmonton only had 25 shots on goal and scored 7 goals. Buffalo had 43 shots on goal and only scored 2. Block shots, Buffalo 6, Edmonton 15 hits. Buffalo 26, Edmonton 25. Face-offs, Buffalo 28, Edmonton 36. Power plays, Buffalo was 0 for 4. Edmonton was 1 for 1. Penalty minutes, Buffalo 2 minutes, Edmonton 8 minutes. Goalies, number 40 for the Buffalo Sabres, Carter Hutton, who started, stopped 7 out of 12 shots for a .583 save percentage. Number 35 for the Buffalo Sabres, Linus Ullmark, who came in relief, stopped 2 of 13 shots for a .846 percentage. And number 19 for the Edmonton Oilers, Koskinen, stopped 41 of 43 shots for a .953 save percentage. They were on a 10-game winning streak at one point. Now they're out of a playoff spot and falling down the bottom of the league. They cannot allow this to happen. They got 3 first-round draft picks. I say hell no. Trade 1 or 2 of them. Get some people in here. Turn this around. You cannot allow this to happen. You just can't. Otherwise, you have to fire the head coach, Phil Housley. I like Phil Housley and everything. And he went to the Stanley Cup Finals with the Nashville Predators as an assistant coach. But Something's got to give. You either got to fire the coach, or you got to start trading some people, some picks or some players or whatever. Marco Scandella, that trade should have never happened. That was just a salary dump by Minnesota. They're probably laughing at the Sabres. Jason Pominville, he's not scoring anymore. We got to get Jack Eichel and Jeff Skinner some help. Otherwise, you're gonna lose your players. They're not gonna want to play here because they're not gonna want to play for a losing team. You can't. You gotta change the culture. Something has to happen. Jason Botterill, the general manager, you either got to fire head coach Phil Housley or get some. I'd be on the phone tonight, right now, trying to make trades. Trade draft picks, trade players, trade whatever the hell you got to do. Hell, it doesn't look like Carter Hutton, and I liked Carter Hutton. You saw in other videos that I pushed for them to sign Carter Hutton, but it doesn't look like he's a #1 goalie in this league. So we got to get a goalie. I would bring, and at least if you don't fire Housley, at least some of his staff. I mean, bring Joe Q in here. Joe Quenneville, who was fired by the Chicago Blackhawks. We need something. Something has to give. You cannot allow this to keep happening night in and night out. You're going to lose players. You're going to lose fans. That's why they don't have any sellouts, is because they allow this to happen. So the trade deadline is in 6 weeks. They cannot wait that long. They have to turn it around now and get back into a playoff spot. They're 2 points out. They're currently in 9th place. They need to get to 8th to be in that last wild card spot, that playoff spot. They need to get up there. So a win is 2 points. They're 2 points out. They need to get back up the standings and into the playoffs again. So comment in the comment section below on what you think. Oh, stay tuned for my Buffalo Sabres at Calgary Flames preview that's coming up soon. If you like my videos, like, subscribe, and hit that bell notification so you don't miss a video. As always, this is Sportsdom, and until my Buffalo Sabres at Calgary Flames preview, this is Sportsdom. Peace!